Hey y'all, Bobby with Fins and Finds. I got a kind of a little bit different video for today. I guess it kind of fall into the fins category. But as you know, I like to kayak fish, and you can see behind me I got me a brand new kayak. I'm gonna do a full review on this on the water, how I rigged it and so forth in next coming weeks. But trying to rig this up with a fish finder I got, I ran into a couple issues. First of all, this is an Old Town Autopilot 136. If any of you know Old Town, they are owned by Johnson Outdoors. Johnson Outdoors also owns Minn Kota and Humminbird. So these kayaks kind of come pre-ready for a Humminbird fish finder. I love Humminbird fish finders. I have one on my Angler Quest pontoon boat, but I do like touchscreen fish finders also. And the problem is with the Humminbird is the smallest one they have with touchscreen is the Solix 10, which is still a pretty big unit and very expensive also. So I've been looking for something that's a little bit smaller, better for a kayak, that with touchscreen. Looked at some Ray Marine stuff. I looked at Garmin. I looked at Lowrance, and ended up getting an awesome deal on this one right here, which is Lowrance HDS7 Live. It's their top of the line, nice small form factor, great resolution, and touchscreen. So I bought that. The problem I run into next is that the transducer that comes with this, if you see, is huge. But all these top of line ones, whether no matter what brand it is, they're gonna have a big transducer. But trying to get this mounted on here when it's not really made for it, I ran into a few issues. So that's what this video is all about. Those of you who like your Lowrance fish finders, this is the Active Imaging 3-in-1 transducer, and want to be able to put on one of these Old Town Sportsman lines. This video is gonna help you out. So I'm gonna show you the problems I had and how I solved them. Here it comes. Okay, here's the bottom of it. They put a little bracket there made for the fish finder to attach to. Again, holes that they put in there, I've drilled a few in there, I'll show you why, are made basically for a Humminbird type mount. And when you put this Lowrance transducer, this is how they tell you to rig it up from Lowrance. You put it on there and line up with some of the holes there. This thing is low. If you can see, I'm sorry that wire's in the way, but it is lower than the lowest part of the boat here. So if you set this nose down, your whole weight of the boat's gonna be resting on this transducer. Not good. It's not protected at all, and it's gonna take a lot of abuse. So I had to figure out a way to get around that. And if I push this up as far as I can, you can see it's up there touching the top. This thing is still probably, 1/8 of an inch lower. So let me kind of bring this back down and show you how I solved this issue here. Okay, the first thing I did is, this is how it's supposed to be mounted, was I decided to take these nuts off and turn this bracket upside down. I'll show you here in a second how that looks when it's done that way. Okay, here's that flip down now. Instead of it going up from those screws, it's going down. So if I put this here now, it'll attach. I just don't have it tightened down just to show you. And you can see now, this is a lot better. It's actually, I don't know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch above the bottom line. So, I mean, that would be sufficient, but I knew I could do better than that. So I looked at this bracket more, see where the screws into the transducer, and realized I might be able to flip that around, because the limiting factor right here is these ears going up. They still hit up there, and you're limited on how high you could put this up. So I decided to take these screws out, flip this bracket over, see if it would work, and you know what? It works. Let me show you that. Well, as you can see here, this definitely fits on there just like that, with the ears facing down. The cord goes right up in there to help protect it. But this is going to allow me to get it further up there without having that hindrance of it hitting up there. So let's get the other part on and we'll show you the rest of it. Just like I thought, it does fit just like that. At this point, all you gotta do is mount it to the mounting plate that Old Town puts on. You will have to put a couple of your own screws in there. I mean, screw holes to put it where you want it, but that's just a quick little drill bit. But let me show you how I got that mounted on there, and then we'll really get this up there. In case you're wondering, this mounting plate just goes on with 2 screws. I got little brass inserts in there or whatever. So just pull this off, 2 screws, super easy to take off. Then you could mount your bracket to it, at your workbench. get it right where you want it, then just put it back up these 2 screws. Super easy to do. Okay, so it's now attached to the mounting plate. You got 2 screws in there, and you can see these are the perfect length. Lock nuts also. These are not supplied. You will have to supply these yourself, but these are the size that I used. Number 10, 32 1/2 inch for the bolts, and then the 1032 lock washer, nylon lock washers, both stainless steel. So, you know, to fit through there and not come back too far and be the perfect length. That's what you're looking for right there. Now we'll get this mounted on the kayak with the 2 screws that go in here. It won't take but a second. Okay, here it is all with the the little bracket going on. And so that's upside down. Here's facing down. Put the bracket on. There it is attached to that. Now all I have to do is attach 2 screws into the mounting bracket right in there. And I'll show you how well that fits up in there then. But real simple to do, and this is going to be put a lot higher this way. So I'll bring you back in a second and we'll show you once it's up there. Okay, now I got those 2 screws screwed in. There we go. I'm still probably going to put a 3rd one here. I'm still going to work on adjusting the side to side on the water view and, you know, see how it is. Might need a few minor adjustments on height. But look at this. You look at it from this side here, and you can tell it is way lower than that. I decided to put the 3 screws in there. Cord's going up to the scupper hole. And you can see how well protected it is there. If you notice, I do got a little room. I could have went a little bit higher, but the reason I didn't is because the way there's so much bow rise in this, the front lifts up. So if I have it angled, the transducer angled slightly up that way, once it's in the water, it'll be more level. If I do this level here and get on the water, bow rises up, then there's a slight downward angle of the transducer. So it looks pretty level now. I wish I would have put this a little bit lower. I still may do that just to get a little more rise on this end. But I mean, overall, there's a tiny bit, and it may not be a huge deal. You know, once I get out of the water and really see the imaging, then I'll know for sure what I need to do. But as you can tell, it's pretty well protected up there. You know, way better than it was. It's in there good, all mounted. It ain't going anywhere. And exactly what I needed. It is mounted and ready to go. If I put a level here directly on that flat part, you can see I've got 1 inch or more of clearance from the lowest part. And it's up in the hull pretty good. I mean, it's almost impossible to get a big transducer like this totally protected. Eventually Burley Pro might have some type of cover to put on there, you know, but you know, for a transducer this big, not really made for this kayak, you're not gonna get much better than that at all. So you Lowrance guys, don't feel like you have to go buy Humminbird or a different brand if you really want this Active Imaging 3-in-1 transducer on your kayak. It can be done, and this is proof right here. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody. Okay, Justin, here it is mounted on the 106. Using the same spot I've got it on mine. You got plenty of room. You can tell, even the motor's not going to interfere with the cone hardly at all. And you still got plenty of room. So on yours, I mean, there's plenty of room to go up higher. And there's your scupper hole where the cord would actually come from here and right up through there. So yours is even better off with the 106 than it would be on the 136. Because even where I got it mounted low, I mean, look at that. That's pretty good. And like I said, you could easily raise it up another 1/2 inch or more. And there's your motor, not blocking the cone. I mean, the cone not blocking the transducer. So I say, man, this will work primo for you.